How's it going, Dave from Comic Book Investments? So it's time to step into the classroom. I am going to teach you guys how not to get scammed. I saw this and I started laughing, and I laugh at the fact that I see this kind of stuff all the time. Like, let's look at this. This is a Fantasy 15. It's a state fine, blah, 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 and it's going to have all the typical tropes. I am not a collector. Let's see. Here we are. I am not a collector. Typical trope. I am not a collector. This was a state fine. I was surprised. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? All this BS, state fine, I don't really care. Right? I know nothing about comic books. Blah, blah, blah. Right? These people are fools. It has 33 bids. And now you think, okay, it's probably a bunch of fake people, right? Bots or something. Let's look at it. Right? All right, we got this person. He has 14 feedback. Could be a bot, could be shill bidding, who knows. But then we have this idiot right here. You have 1,700 feedback, and you're bidding $16,000 on this? $16,000 on it. Let's scroll down. Oh, here's another one, 361. You're bidding $14,000 on it. You're an idiot. Like, stop. Let's scroll down. It's a bunch of the same person just bidding it up. Yeah, this one is 0, so that's suspect, probably fake or something. Then you have this person at 1627. Even at 1628, right? You're bidding 2,000. Starting price is basically $1,100. You're bidding $2,000. $2,000. Use your eyeballs, people. Use your eyeballs. So I am going to help you out there. This stuff comes up all the time on eBay. All right. Why do you think this is a scam? Can you not look at this and see that it's not a Fantasy 15, that this is a fake? Now, maybe when I first saw this, I was like, oh, someone put on a fake cover, but the inside, so it's basically a coverless. And I'm like, $16,000 for a coverless seems a bit much, but maybe it is. So, I scrolled through the pictures and I saw an inside page, and I'm like, no, this is a fake as well. Like you can tell. I'm going to show you how you can tell. Look at this. What's the first thing you want to look at is it looks too nice. It can't be that nice, but let's look at it. The color is off. See how this is printed with this is yellow. This background is gray. These streaks of Spider-Man swinging are just straight white. That is not how comics look from this age. They're printed on with ink, and the ink always rubbed all over the place, so it always made a mishmash of kind of color. Here's one. It's restored. Makes no difference. So look at this sky. See, it's kind of like a grayish, brownish. It's like a little more gray up in here on the top right by his hand swinging, and then down by the person, it's a little more brown. And then look at the streaks. Look at the streaks where Spider-Man's swinging. See how it's kind of like white, kind of like a little rub of gray in there. Now let's compare it to the other one. Straight up gray, straight up white. See how this one's dirty, dingy looking? Can you see the difference? Look at the blue on Spider-Man's legs and stuff. That's like a bright blue. This is a more dingy blue. That's how comics look from back in the day. And also look by where there's the yellow bubble where Spider-Man's talking. Soon everyone will know Awesome Might of Spider-Man. See how there's color rubbed off the black outline of the bubble, and it's kind of a little bit off the Spider-Man on the M. There's a little bit of missing ink, it's a little rubbed off. That's common. That's what happens. Look at this. Straight up, all the same, perfect. So you can clearly see the difference. Even though there's a restored copy, means nothing. The way that it was printed, ink was kind of all over the place, and it kind of rubbed. So everything kind of gets rubbed into each other. You can really tell the building, how it's kind of there's faded spots and then not faded up by the people. And then you look, it's just perfect. Right? That will, even on a 9/8, that would never happen like this. And this color's all off. Then you look at the pages, right? Maybe it's a coverless. Look how perfect those edges are. They're too perfect, right? If it's too perfect, it's not good. All right, but then look at the white of the borders around the comic. It's too white. It needs to be a little more dingy. This is obviously printed on new comic or new paper, right? So look at the white. There should be discolorations throughout just because that's the way paper was made, little brown flecks of, I don't know, because papers are trees, so little things like that it should be all over the place, a little more tethered, even if it's a 9/8 in perfect condition, something from this era, definitely. And it's just not the same. So I'm hoping you guys can learn from this and just look, this is straight up garbage, scam, trash, right? You can tell it's a scam. Even though the person has 146 feedback, who cares? Maybe their account got hacked. That happens. But all the typical tropes, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Blah, 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 blah. It's kept safe, blah, blah. Who cares? All fake. And then I just feel bad. I don't feel bad, actually. I don't feel bad. You guys are all morons, right? Anyone that's obviously low feedback is probably doesn't know what they're doing or is, I don't know, like maybe new or I don't know. It's probably a bot or something like bidding it up. Like, this person with 0 is probably just bidding it up. Like it's probably his friend or something. But this person, are you kidding me? $16,000. This person, $15,000. Even this person down here, $2,000. Use your eyeballs. I don't feel bad for you when you get this in and it's fake.